So then Greta asks her if she thinks Hillary Clinton's going to run for president 2020. This is.
I hope so. I hope she is. I really hope so.
Everybody sounds like they're getting a colonoscopy right now. Yeah. Can you put me to sleep for this?
That's Debbie Wasserman Schultz sticking her fist in your ass going, this is grassroots. I'm grassrootsing your butthole.
All right, so here she asks her.
What do you think? You know, I think Hillary Clinton is doing exactly what she should be doing, using her very strong voice and her overwhelming popularity.
She's so overwhelmingly popular, she lost to Donald Trump. Holy shit, she's right up there with cancer as far as popularity. But it's not pancreatic cancer. I mean, this is not that popular. So it gets worse. So here's Tom. So Tom Perez goes on the CNBC's with.
You know I love Tom.
And by the way, the CNBC people, I don't know if you ever watched CNBC, the dumbest fucking people in the world. They couldn't see a train coming 5 feet away from them. And they didn't see the economic downturn. They have no idea what's going on. And but they're very rich, so I guess they know something. And so here's what they asked Tom.
Do you think Bernie Sanders should have been the nominee? Would that have been better? Would he have won?
Listen, by the way, Tom Perez has the same anatomy as a Ken doll, just so you know. Okay. I just wanted to tell you. Okay, here we go.
Do you think Bernie Sanders should have been the nominee? Would that have been better? Would he have won?
Listen, I focus on the future. What we know now is that the involvement of the Russians in the United States election.
Ding, 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 ding.
Hey, I don't have to answer.
Everybody take a shot. Remember the rules. Every time they say Russia.
Fucking Russia.
We'll all be dead by the time this show's over if we do that.
All right.
Involvement of the Russians and potentially the Trump administration.
I was just talking about whether you're going to change anything in is it still going to be superdelegates? Will it be done that way from now on with the DNC? Can you pick the nominee instead of, why go through the primary process?
Well,
you're going to pick the nominee.
The American voters.
Oh, wow. Hold on.
Boy, it's amazing that Tom Perez's wife isn't named Dorothy because he's the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Lion all fucking roll up in the wall.
Going to pick the next nominee, and we have a unity commission.
They did last time.
Unity commission.
There we go. There's another.
That sounds like fucking re-education camp. That sounds really.
The American voters are going to pick the next nominee.
They just didn't do it last time. That's all. Did you hear what he said? The American voters are going to pick our nominee. Then why do you have superdelegates? You fucking fraud. Why do you still have superdelegates? Why don't you get rid of the superdelegates? If you really want the people to decide, why don't you let the people decide? Why do you got to have a cocksucker like Howard Dean weigh in on this? Why can't you let people vote? Because Tom Perez is bullshit. You know when we lead with our values.
You have a unity commission.
They didn't last time, though, did they?
Oh, come on. The American voters picked the nominee in the primary.
That's why you last chairman had to leave.
Well, listen.
He just keeps saying, look, listen. Do you hear that buzzing? That means the people are voting. So all I want to say to Tom Perez is, hey, let's keep losing.
Oh, that photo is just grassroots, is what it is.
That's grassroots. Now let me tell you something. You know, when Tom Perez can't answer a straight question, and when he has to pretend that the Democratic voters get to decide who's our nominee, he's pretending, and he knows he's pretending. That when you can get fucking embarrassed and called out by these jackoffs on CNBC,
which guy had a hairpiece,
which they are, and this isn't the way it's supposed to be with the Democratic Party. And people keep telling me to calm down. I'm getting it from all over the place. People are telling me to calm down and stop criticizing the Democrats. And Bernie Sanders said, "This is our greatest danger: becoming used to it." And thinking that it's normal. It is not normal. It is an outrage, and never ever lose your sense of outrage. Yes. This is not normal. This is not normal what's happening with the Democratic Party. This is not normal that working people or environmentalists or students don't have a party that represents them. And we don't have a party that represents us right now that's in power, right? Hey, our next live Jimmy Dore show is April 24th. April 24th, live in Burbank. We do 2 shows a month, live shows, so get your tickets right down there, jimmydoorecomedy.com.